Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him.
In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club.
Some people say there's no doubt that Kevin Hart made a deal with the devil for his fame, but when you think about it, is that even possible? And have you ever thought about what celebrities might do to get famous? Like, do they make some kind of secret deal for all that glitz and glamour? It's like there's always some dark secret to why somebody becomes rich and famous. Take Kevin Hart, for example. Remember when he got caught up in that whole mess over anti-gay comments? It was a big deal and ended up costing him the 2019 Oscars gig. And just when you thought things kind of calmed down from that, he's back in the news with more drama. Even Eddie Murphy couldn't help but crack a joke about it, wondering out loud how Hart shot to fame so quickly. It's like he's trying to say that there's some big mystery behind it all. So what's the real price of making it big in Tinseltown? Let's find out.
I don't know. Where'd he break? I don't know what he broke. I know, but Raw is still the #1 box office concert movie in history.
People couldn't help but notice, and soon enough, whispers turned into rumors about the secrets hidden behind those Hollywood doors. We're on the verge of uncovering some truly shocking truths. So let's talk about Kevin Hart. You know, he's not just a funny guy. He's a savvy entrepreneur, too. Kevin always says you have to step out of your comfort zone to achieve real greatness. He compares life to an endless boxing match. You gotta stay dedicated and keep swinging. Can you believe he started out as a shoe salesman? Fast forward, he's now one of the biggest names in comedy and acting, but it wasn't always easy. He had a lot of early struggles, but he threw himself into comedy full time and it paid off big time. His stand-up albums are iconic, and he's been in some major movies like Think Like a Man, Central Intelligence, and lent his voice to The Secret Life of Pets. Kevin's also got an inspirational audiobook called The Decision, where he talks about overcoming challenges. But of course, no story is without a bit of drama. There's that stuff with Eddie Murphy and his ex-assistant, Maisha Shakes, that still lingers in the background. In the world of celebrities, we love hearing about fame and fortune, right? But what if that road to stardom has a darker side? Imagine a world where talent, charm, and ambition can catapult someone to dizzying heights, yet some stars leave us scratching our heads with wild claims of making deals with the devil. Take Elvis Presley, for instance. For years, there have been whispers that he didn't really die. Some folks really think he faked his death just to escape the relentless pressures of fame. And his record label didn't help squash these rumors either. 2 years after Elvis supposedly died, they introduced a new performer who looked and sounded a lot like him. But this guy always wore a mask. Coincidence? Maybe.
Elvis then spent the following years working undercover with the Bureau of Narcotics and Dangerous Drugs, and through this appointment, he eventually gave up information to the FBI that led to the takedown of an international crime syndicate with ties to the mafia.
Of course, the Elvis thing was just a publicity stunt, but these days, conspiracy theories don't need a record label's push. Social media has taken over, giving fans a megaphone for their wild ideas. Have you heard about the one with Avril Lavigne? Some folks believe she died and was replaced by a body double named Melissa Vandella. Or how about the TikTok theory that Lea Michele can't read? I mean, just crazy. And then there's the granddaddy of all conspiracy theories, the Illuminati. This idea suggests that a secret society controls the world, aiming for a new world order. What's wild is that all this started as a joke in a book from the 1960s, yet people eat it up. So what does it all tell us? We're pretty quick to believe the stories we see and hear, especially in the age of fake news. But are these celebrities really making deals with dark forces? Or are we just caught up in stories we spin ourselves? So on a podcast with Cat Williams, he didn't hold back. He flat out called Kevin Hart a plant in Hollywood.
In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is.
But despite all the gossip, Hart's achievements are no joke. He's set to receive the Kennedy Center's Mark Twain Prize for Lifetime Achievement in American Humor. Not bad for a guy who started out on open mics in Philly. Now he's one of the most successful comedians of his generation, with 11 films opening at #1 at the box office and over $4.23 billion in global revenue. And it's not just about comedy. Hart's business ventures are booming. His premium tequila label, Gran Caramino, just partnered with the Philadelphia Eagles as their luxury tequila. With a net worth of $450 million, he's got his hands in films, comedy tours, brand deals, and businesses like a venture capital firm, a production company, and a vegan restaurant chain. So how did Kevin Hart make all his millions? It's a mix of talent, hard work, and smart investments.
A $9.5 million penthouse in New York and a $4 million mansion in Los Angeles for Eniku Parish. Recently, he purchased a $7 million property in Miami Beach.
And he raked in millions as an actor, with his films turning into massive box office hits. Netflix reports that his movies have generated over $4 billion globally. In a 2022 interview on The Late Late Show with James Corden, Hart revealed he earned about $25 to $30 million for Jumanji: The Next Level. He struck a back-end deal with the studio, opting for less money upfront but scoring big based on the film's success. And it paid off. The movie grossed over $800 million worldwide. Hart also starred in Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle in 2017, which made over $960 million globally. Some of his other top-grossing films include The Secret Life of Pets and its sequel, bringing in $875 million and $430 million worldwide, respectively. Beyond the big screen, Hart has been on several highly lucrative comedy tours. By 2022, Pollstar estimated that he had earned $190 million from his tours. I mean, listen, his success came from a blend of acting, smart deal making, and just non-stop work ethic. You can't take that from him. And you'd think a celebrity like Kevin Hart, a comedian and actor, would be brimming with confidence, right? But when he started out, it was a whole different story. He struggled to get auditions, struggled to get laughs, and didn't exactly get a warm welcome from the comedy community. Plus, standing at 5'4", he was a foot shorter than most of his peers, which didn't help his confidence either. In the beginning, Kevin thought everyone had to like him because he was nice and lovable. But he quickly realized that not everybody would, and that was beyond his control. His job was to focus on his intentions and what he was trying to achieve. He learned to see every performance, no matter the venue and audience size, and a chance to work on himself and his craft. Whether he got a few laughs or a standing ovation, he took something positive from each experience and used it to get better. He once said, "Everybody's story is different, and what I find is that it takes time for everyone. Even the easiest road is still met with some degrees of difficulty. There are no easy roads. So when I was coming up and I'm not getting any auditions and I'm not getting opportunities, I had to say to myself, it's gonna come. If I put the work in, it has no choice but to come." And his hard work did pay off. Building self-confidence takes commitment, especially in a field where you're constantly being evaluated and critiqued. Comedy is one of the most scrutinized professions, but Kevin kept reminding himself it was all about the craft. If he nailed it, the money would follow. And it did. You can't assume you're all set after learning from one mistake because you don't know what future struggles will test you. For celebrities, their mistakes are broadcasted to the world, plastered in magazines and headlined in news. They make the same mistakes as everyone else, but they face something called cancel culture. It's when people shame someone for a mistake and don't give them a chance to recover. Through his massive success, Kevin Hart gained a crazy amount of freedom, but with more freedom often come heavier consequences for your actions. Wealth, fame, and success can be wonderful, but they all come with serious responsibilities. Kevin has openly shared that fame brought its own set of challenges, with gossip trying to overshadow the long, hard work he put into developing himself. Despite all of this, Hart rose above it all, proving that hard work and dedication were the true keys to his success. He showed that perseverance and a strong work ethic can shine through no matter the obstacles or what people might say. Let's continue this conversation in the comments below. If you're inspired by Kevin Hart's story, share this video, like and subscribe with someone who needs a reminder that success requires dedication and perseverance. Let's keep that motivation going.